Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No.
Yeah. Bullshit. You.
Don't do the crime.
Born rap star.
Can't do the time.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Kane.
Live on the stage, back on my shit. Now I'm beating dick to a born big. Back on my rap shit, no rap shit. Can't say shit. Just trying to be hood, but not dead. You think? Your boys can't watch from the sideline. As I get mine like a rip tide. Don't get carried by the rock side. As I try to get my rope dance like apartheid. South Africa. Top spot, I'm coming after your laughter. For the boys who thought it was safe after I left the game. Now I'm back at the game. Ain't a damn thing changed. Still the same. The only thing that changed, I got some grade in my main. I'm still the champ. I'm still the shit. Y'all just the shit. Not even worth a comment.
Don't go to bed with no price on your head. No. Don't do the
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Kane.
Yeah.
And welcome to actually a late dropping Smoke This Over. How y'all doing? Welcome to Smokers Lounge. Y'all know who I am. Captain Officer Summer Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. You can find all my links with one link, allmylink.com/Porn Rap Star. Y'all know that these episodes are brought to you by PassDat Apparel, SmokeKind.com, as well as SaraJCBD.com. Please use the promo code BOBBIE so that you can get 10% off your next order from her wonderful website, SaraJCBDs.com. And of course, don't forget my pro wrestling podcast, Pro Wrestling Smoke. You know, I got to record that later on today. So be on the lookout for that to drop out today or tomorrow. You feel me? Like I said, I do these episodes when I can. So welcome to Smoke This Over. This is on Thursdays. Normally, you know, which is crazy because I record so much and so much been going on. I didn't realize that I missed recording and Smoke This Over for this week. So this is actually dropping the same day I'm recording it. So lucky for y'all, I'm dropping this as soon as this finishes. And man, I was going to record the Pro Wrestling Smoke first, but conversations, thoughts, me talking to myself. Yeah, I do talk to myself sometimes. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm crazy or not. Who most intelligent people talk to themselves. You gotta think things out loud sometimes. And I just don't answer myself. But a lot has been going on. So now the last episode, especially that had the smoke on it, what have you, if y'all haven't checked that out, and I got to record one for that. We had talked about Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. I predicted before everything came out what actually happened. Now that we done heard both sides of the fence, I was right. This is over a woman. A pissing match because one guy felt some type of way because he got embarrassed in front of a female who he's either trying to fuck or want to fuck, or he actually has a liking to. Corey Holcomb, Anton, of course, after the incident, did his victory lap, what he considered a victory lap, talking all this shit. So, if Anton didn't think that Corey wasn't going to ump the ante, think again. See, I keep telling people, y'all listen to these motherfuckers. Y'all revere them. Y'all sit here and you quote them. Some of y'all even look up to these motherfuckers. But why do you look up to? It's one thing to look up. It's another thing to worship another fucking human being. Y'all know the difference between I Respect versus I worship. Anton Daniels is a nigga. He can sit here and claim I'm Christian. Black is a construct, so is Christianity. The only difference is you was born a black man. You chose to be a Christian. You could have been a Muslim. You could have been you identified with Christian faith. But let's be real, you're not walking in the Christian faith. I never claimed to walk in the Christian faith. You do. You brag about being married, but you practically just told the world without you even realizing that, yeah, she's your side chick. She even kind of came out and alluded to it. Side chick. You told her 2 weeks before that she was going to be on Corey's show. Come to find out, like I figured, you brought her ass in there trying to show I'm big belly badass and thought that Corey was going to let you let that girl on the show, and it didn't happen. So now I'm embarrassed. I feel some type of way. So guess what? I'm going to come in with attitude. With attitude. You ain't going to boss me. He talking about you ain't going to boss me in front of my bitch. Now, Corey, once again, he said I would have whooped Corey ass. Corey's a bitch. Corey Neanderthal. You said all these things. Corey ain't said shit up until the 5120. 5120 had well over 100,000 people watching live. I don't know what the view is now. Corey not only up the ante, you know they said when they hit low, we go high. No, when he hit low, fuck hell. If there's something below hell, I think Corey went there. Corey told his side of the story. Now, he could have just told his side of the story and did his stick. But he showed, forget the wife, he showed a picture of the child. He was really bothered by the fact that dude said that he sucked black dick. See, I'm going to tell you what's interesting, right? What you're seeing is two guys who are, and I know people ain't going to clip this up because I'm not popular enough for that yet. These two guys who honestly don't know themselves or are honest with themselves, because I was watching the Hype News, right? And he brought up a good point, because I think back, Corey has called a lot of men gay. He literally said Hype News owner is a gay man. He talks about backdooring a whole lot on his shows. Trust me, I watch. As you do watch Anton Daniels sometimes. That's why I can speak on Anton Daniels like I can, because I'm like, God, the more you talk, the more corny you look, bro. you ain't who you advertise. You remind me of some niggas I went to school with. They done got some money, but they still the same nigga. They ain't changed. It's just because you are able to talk it because of your talking point and who you talking to is enabling you to have the power that you have. Because they really think that you're him. But with Corey, it bothered him that much that he brought up a child. And he was had me down like he was saying, yo, I'll fuck your wife. He told Shorty, yo, leave that crybaby nigga come fuck with me. Corey done this stick before. He didn't say this to somebody. He didn't say this about somebody else's wife. Corey, Antone should have known this was coming. So, Antone now, Mr. I would have beat his ass. Mr. Let's go outside. Mr. I don't fault my brothers and sisters. He's about to sue Corey. Now, before you sit here and say, Bob, would you say he's a bitch for suing? No, he's a fucking smart ass nigga for suing. That's money. Now, it ain't gonna end Corey Holcomb, because Corey been sued before. Eric Spears got his ass whooped on Corey's show. He sued before. But see, my point was if Antone just spoke this piece and moved the fuck on and didn't try to make a spectacle of this so he could get more views and make more fucking money because social media gives you balls, I don't think Antone went that far. But you said that he was gay in all intents purposes. Now, granted, yes, I know he told him to kiss white ass, but that wasn't a gay situation. No. That's a submissive, subordinate tone. See, people don't understand the difference. To tell a black conservative that he kisses a white man's ass makes him feel belittled because he feels he's on the same level, if not equal, of a white man. And above a level of an average black dude. They are the equivalent of what you call the house niggas. As much as they hate to be called house niggas, that's what the house nigga was. He felt privileged because he got to be around massa 24/7. He get to be in the big house. He ain't got to go out there in the sun and pick shit. He ain't got to worry about getting whooped. He's massa's favorite nigga. He's a white person's favorite black guy. Even though it's funny that you had all them damn races down there in Miami, which we're going to get to in a second. And I ain't seen Antone with him. I ain't seen too many brothers with him. I ain't seen no black folk. Conservative. You conservative so much that he technically have an open marriage because he kind of bragged about that. But anyway, all this shit you talked, you thought Corey wasn't going to get lower. Corey went low. Oh, he went in. Your wife is public view, nigga. So guess what? Remember that chink in the armor that I said? Because see, when you talk the way that you talk like Antone, they're expecting you to be with a girl that looks like a Miss B Nasty, but she's not a Miss B Nasty. They expect you to be with a dime piece. Remember I said his wife is good looking. She ain't ugly. She's a sexy ass woman. I can tell she run the household. It wouldn't surprise me that she helped fund his fucking goddamn career. Because she looked at that type of female like, baby, I got you. I'll work. You go ahead and do that YouTube shit. Because you telling me that nigga was making money like that before? I haven't done my background research on Antone or anything like that, but let's keep it 100. At some point, I'm pretty sure his woman carried the load. As much as you want to pretend like he didn't. Because I can smell that. I can smell it from a mile away. There was a situation like that on Black as Fuck. What's his name? Kenya Moore. His wife covered his ass while he was trying to become a writer in Hollywood, and guess what he hit? So, but Corey was out of line. And it also showed me that Corey was very bothered by that statement. I told you, I said, women and money is the reason why men will always beef. That's all colors. And it was a woman. Because I truly believe if he had said, because the young man said it, he said he came up there with Shorty. Shorty didn't even speak to Darlene. The only reason why she got that kind of emboldened because I'm fucking him. He's boss man. You worker bee, bitch. I don't need to talk to you. I'm fucking the boss. So now I want to meet Corey. I want to meet the other boss. Only why she was there because he told her that she could be on the show. But never cleared it with Corey. So you already did some fucked up shit right there. That shows me right there, as much as you say you conservative, you Christian, a Christian would have thought to actually ask the nigga before he brought them female. A Christian would have actually thought about why would I have this girl come all the way to LA to do a show that I ain't even cleared with him yet. How often do Corey even have guests? That's the equivalent in porn of this female come and she says, hey, I don't feel like shooting with your male tie, so I brought my husband. What do you think that conversation gonna go? She was lucky that Corey didn't tell him to turn the fuck back around with his bitch and his security. And then two, you came with security. I didn't know you was that big or that important to have security. Wait a second, people. Let's say this again. Ain't nobody really paid attention to that. Why does Antone, YouTube, Red Pill, been on Fox News, has security, but Mark Lamont Hill doesn't? If that don't say bitch, yeah, I talk that shit when I got two motherfuckers with guns sitting over there. I tell you to go suck your dick. You wouldn't have said that shit if them security wasn't there. Let's keep it 100 because you ain't built like that. I know some Detroit niggas who ain't built like that. Just because you got a bald head and a beard don't mean shit, nigga. Now, do I think Corey built like that? Yeah. Because a lot of niggas that talk that, they don't walk that. Now, if Craig built like that, probably so. But Craig looked like the kind of nigga, no, I ain't got shit to lose. I'll fuck your ass up, nigga. That's the person he need to worry about, Craig. Craig would have tried to got that security. Fuck your security, nigga. I got two friends, Smith and Wesson. We can play. See, but this proves my point that the people that y'all quote look up as leaders, because when we talk about black leaders, it's no longer the preacher, the real preacher, which we'll get to that in a second. It's no longer the social activists. It's the YouTubers and the YouTubers. You know what I mean? People that follow Corey not because of his comedy, just because of his views. Think about that. His views. He's a comic. Nothing wrong with that. And he's right. Craig summed it up so elegantly. That nigga is intelligent as fuck, people. Let's just keep it 100. Craig said it best. When it comes to their political view, is based off of being a comedian and realism. Realism. See, so you can't sit and tell me that it don't feel good to Corey to be taken seriously when you made a career of being laughed at. So him being said that he sucked dick, even though he done blamed, called out, said, innuendoed and everything, every person on this planet that had something to do with Hollywood or had an issue with him or what have you for being gay, he gets the smoke that he been giving out. And I'm going to say this again. Don't sit here and say you won't smoke. We ain't prepared for smoke to come back. Same thing happened with Anton. Anton wanted to come on this show. You knew you were going to get challenged. And then add to it, you came in wrong. You brought a +1 and there was never supposed to be a +1. You overstepped your boundaries as a fellow businessman. But ain't nobody saying that. So now you get to sue this nigga because your daughter, who's now, you said, being bullied, because 9 out of 10, many of them didn't know, people didn't know that was your daughter until that picture went up. And damn, there's a lot of parents at that school that know who the fuck Corey Holcomb is. That means that they went and said, hey, little Jeremy, don't you go to school, huh? Yeah, that's Sasha. She in my class. But no, Corey, you out of line for that, brother. I'm sorry. He have all the right to sue you for whatever money he gets, and he actually deserves it. So, and Corey, you got to realize, man, yeah, you're a comedian, but you have a brand and a business first. Like he want to say, like Anton say, I'm a Christian first. Corey, you a businessman first. The same decorum that, well, somewhat decorum that you decided not to take it outside and y'all go scrap and fight or fight in the studio should have been the same decorum that you took when you did your clapback, because why did you want to put a child who was innocent, had nothing to do with y'all beef, in the picture? I knew you were going to say something about the wife because that's part of the course. He's married. He don't show her. You don't see pictures of her. So, yeah, if I'm dissing you, I'm roasting you, I kind of got to put that out there. Which makes you wonder, why don't you see him takes a lot of pictures with his wife? He's so proud that he's been married to her for 20 years. Smoke that over. But Corey should have never said nothing about the child. And that was our line. Okay. Now, I saw a video of, shout out to Lovely T, of these racist people doing dumb shit. Actually, in particular, in Miami, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, was it Sneeko, Nick Fuentes, and Myron from Fresh and Fit went out on the town and was playing Hot Hitler. And they played it in the club. Of course, Miami went nuts. And of course, they did. They clapped back. Andrew Tate said that he had nothing to do with it. They picked that out, which is so forth, and yada, yada, yada. And my girl and Lovely Tate brought some very good points, such as these motherfuckers want to sit here and talk about OnlyFans girls, talk down about them, you know, but they stay keeping them around them. I keep telling everybody, both conservative motherfuckers are the freakiest and nastiest motherfuckers on the planet. Probably every last one of them niggas probably like to be pegged, but I'm not saying nothing. I mean, Nick Fuentes looked like he like a good, you know, stiff one in his ass from a black woman, and she's pulling his hair, calling him a dumb cracker and piece of white Spanish trash. Calling him a puta. Because what's funny about this is that they were saying Heil Hitler. And Heil Hitler, for some of y'all people, which y'all know what it meant, was, you know, for the Fuhrer, Hitler, Adolf Hitler, you know, the poster boy for racism. And neither one, if let's just say hypothetically speaking, peacemaker shit. Hitler and them won. Myron, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, all you guys, do y'all actually think that Hitler would have let y'all be free? Would have accepted any of y'all? Y'all not purebred white. Nick Fuentes is actually white and Hispanic. You can't make this up, people. He's white and Hispanic, but he is listened to and revered by the most racist white people on the planet. Myron is not even of, it is literally, I think, what? He is Arab. Y'all do understand that Hitler believed in the purified Aryan race. You understand that, right? Sneeko, he would have probably killed you on sight. He already feel that races should be pure, so imagine how he feel about mixed races. It is funny that when Myra even says that this is the white people's country, no, actually it's the Native Americans' country. White people took it. Now I understand, possession is 9/5 of the law, but 4/5 of the law, what have you, I don't know the percentage like that. But they were immigrants too. See, nobody lives over here is on their motherland except for the Native Americans. Let's make that clear. People forgot about that. Maybe because Native Americans been so integrated into society that it's kind of, you don't see Native Americans too often. I mean, you can't assume that everyone that got a dream catcher is Navajo. But yeah. So I find that just hilarious that they're singing the Hitler song. And they were like, y'all are not welcomed to Miami. And then to hear Andrew, I got knocked out tape. He threw Sneeko the base. Sneeko the one that played the music. He the one that said it. I don't like Sneeko. I got Israel. I got Israel, business partners and so forth. See, it's funny how racists hate Jews until they start making money with Jews. The reason why they hate black folk because they don't make money with us. See, Nick Winters making money with black folks. Shit. He make money off of black folk. He make money off of talking shit about us. Same thing with Anton Daniels. See, the reason why this all is happening, we seeing this, is that in a lot of these races are emboldened. Because let's go 1990s. Do you actually think that Nick Fuentes and all these guys would have went to a club in Miami, played Heil Hitler, and nobody touched them? Security and all. You want to know why? The club thought it'd be great promotion because they already knew they were going to film. The club thought it was going to fly underneath the radar because, why turn away money? These guys got money. They knew who the fuck these people were. Myra from down there. But you want to know why they're feeling emboldened? Social media give you balls. Why has it been a rise of black conservatism? Social media, YouTube, give them balls. Why? Because I get to speak what I speak, say what I want to say, and they can't stop me. Dude who was going up to people, the video that I saw, the white guy, he got fired. He's upset because his wife left him, took the kids. He got fired from his job, and he's want to blame immigrants. Right? Saw the homeless man as was he George Floyd. You want to know why he did that? And posted on X. Why he did that? I want the conservative money. I want to go viral. 10 years ago, would have never done that. You want to know why? Afraid he gonna get his ass beat. See, because of cell phones, social media, people feel more emboldened to do shit because they know there ain't no repercussion for so much. Yeah, your boy lost his job. But guess what's about to happen now? Now he lost his job, the conservative movement, the racists, is going to feel sorry for him, going to start GoFundMe. And then guess what? He going to have more money than when the fuck that nigga had a job. These motherfuckers. Andrew Tate said some truth. He said these motherfuckers say shit because they figure it makes them look cool. And he basically said they grifting. The grifter himself told y'all they grifting. And he basically said that he's grifting. And the grift is that they're hypocritical is the people that they talk shit about. Because, you know how they say, when you point, you got 4 fingers pointing back at you. Well, actually 3. You got 3 fingers pointing back at you. See? That's why I laugh at these people. That's false prophets ain't just preachers. Now let's get to the preachers. Drewski got the jump. I had to talk about this. The Church of the Uproar. He did a parody of the mega churches, preferably the black mega churches. Let's make this clear, because white mega churches and black mega churches are different. Even though you do have some black, well, you do have some black preachers who talk white mega churches. And they are upset. Now, it's funny, why are you upset? Because y'all do realize if you go look through back history of comedy, there's always been a joke about the preacher. I mean, think about it. The joke, there was a priest, and there was a preacher and a preacher. A priest, a rabbi, a priest, and something. I think about Richard Pryor, Damon Wayans, him and Jim Carrey on Living Color. You know what I'm saying? So this is just the newest one. And Hit Dogs Holler. They were mad. Because if you really want to think about it, the preacher supposed to be the most humblest out of everybody. And what I mean by that is, it's like a mob boss. You're taking away from the word. How is it that you're the preacher, but they say, well, I'm going to be the example of prosperity? No, you're not. So let me tell you where all this comes from. All the practices, the preacher being able to have all this money and so forth and so forth. This is Catholic Church shit. Because think about churches owned land. The one person that didn't have to worry about shit was the priest. The priest was always the most well taken care of out of any religion. But in the Christian religion, he's supposed to be the most humblest, meaning that how can I put this? Like, for example, tithes. Tithes never supposed to go to the priest. Tithes went to God. But because churches now especially have to run like a business, they get loans, they get grants, they get so forths and all this shit. Think about it. How many preachers you know, especially mega churches, they shouldn't even be mega churches like that. I mean, I understand you might have a big congregation, but think about it. The preacher got a private jet, but the congregation can't use it. The preacher is wearing Gucci down, and his congregation ain't matching that. I know this sounds crazy as shit, but think about it. Being rich ain't gonna get you into heaven faster, last I checked. Your deeds was measured more in weight than money, than gold. So, because of that, yeah, you gotta think about when you heard Marvin Sapp said we closing the doors. We need this. We just sat here. They got a whole TV series talking about Mary Crosby. I don't even want to go to goddamn Sweet Daddy Grace back in the day. Y'all go look up Sweet Daddy Grace. They still think he coming back like Jesus. You see, it's funny when Anton said, yeah, anything in the hands of the wrong person can be misused. It's different between the hands of one versus the hands of many. That's what you're missing. When you have millions that think like that, it changes the equation. See, the faith of going to a heaven is more powerful than anything else. That's what they said is prophet in the name of Jesus. I mean, let's keep it 100. We sit here, we talk about, I want you to think about this for a second, right? We sit here and talk about Jamal Bryant and his woman. Y'all talking about the wrong thing. Forget her BBL. How the hell could she afford a BBL? How is it that they're able to get those expensive dresses? Expensive outfits? He don't work 9 to 5. He ain't got no book deals. He ain't doing no speaking engagements out of religion. You're living off your congregation. I don't think God meant for that to be the case. You can pay yourself. If it came down to it, and you have that contract with the church, you can do a good enough salary that y'all can eat good. But you ain't got to sit here and be a fucking goddamn you driving around in Rolls Royces. Because guess what? The congregation can't do it. Goddamn back, you know what I'm saying? Deacon Johnny can't motherfucking hold that bitch for a second. And Deacon Johnny, you want to fathom for the weekend? Hey, look. Hey, church council, we gonna go to this revival in Utah on the church jet. It's the church jet, but you don't want using it. Which brings me to the biggest false prophet of them all, the tyrant himself, Mr. Trump. You think I'm going to just skip by what he did over there at the summit? Let me explain this up to y'all. What y'all don't see is that the next two presidents going to have a lot of work to fix a lot of shit on an international level. The fact that we practically got Greenland, we just don't own it, ain't enough for him. They're not giving up Greenland. And the fact that he will not let it go and even made some mention towards Canada and saying security purposes. These are whole countries, nigga. No, seriously, these are whole countries. It's like him talking about something. He might as well just go ahead and say it. That's like Britain saying, you know something, fuck y'all, we about to take, the other half of the Virgin Islands. Yo, seriously, you do realize the Virgin Islands is 1.5 American, 1.5 British. Britain can sit and say, you know something, you got a point there. We need the Virgin Islands for security purposes. We gonna send our people down the Virgin Island and push y'all the fuck out. Yeah, y'all don't need to have the Virgin Island. We need it for. I keep telling everybody, this is what your votes bought. $2,000 of a stimulus check, a one-time stimulus check, that might happen. Hold up. Inflation, higher prices for regular folk, and possibly on the fringes of war. Physical war. We're not talking cyber war. No. Not propaganda, no physical. Trump loves the fact that they Europe moved their shit to Greenland just to make sure, to show him, we wish you would, nigga. And then, I know these racist ass motherfuckers, these MAGA motherfuckers, and this is what blew my mind about MAGA, right? As much as the United States is true that we are the world leader, okay? We're right now. It's true we had the strongest military. But you do realize what helps us is that we have allies. Now, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we end up with a war with Russia, and Russia have allies, and the European allies are like, you know something? Y'all did have Trump, didn't you? We good. Mexico and Canada talk. Hey, look, if you take over U.S., we good. We good. You're one country. You can't whoop 50. You can't whoop 50. And see, too, also, Trump is a tyrant. We're living in the era of our first American tyrant. Everything speaks. The guy he just unseated in Venezuela, that was Trump for Venezuela. Look how he talked to Ukraine. The same way he talked to Ukraine, he talked to the whole European Union. Oh, we'll smash y'all. Y'all ain't shit. We'll smash y'all. What if the whole rest world say, you know something? We want y'all to damn take away y'all nukes. And we are blockading the United States. No, not terrorists. We're literally putting ships in y'all waters that y'all can't get no supplies. You don't think the rest of the world can pull that off? If you piss them off enough. We got a strong military, but we got nukes, they got nukes. And if you think Russia and them gonna jump on our side, think again, they want us out the way. They want us to be the customers, not the producers. The route we're heading, we're about to be so much on the island that you want to talk about poverty, inflation, and all that. Yeah, because think about it. Why you think Trump is so eager to get that Venezuela shit? Because he's thinking like this. The rest of Europe and them ain't going to fuck with us. Because he wants it to be that there ain't no other countries that fuck the United States. So that him and his people can do what they want here. Now, granted, yeah, the citizens, but citizens don't own tanks. The citizens don't own nukes. Yeah, they own guns, but military got more advanced weapons. And they got police. So people need to go read their Handmaid's Tale, because that's real ass shit. Similar to January 6th. They stormed the Capitol, took over. And the government, and they not only had help from citizens, but shit within the government itself. And the army. Think about it. Trump ain't stupid. The army teaches you not to go against orders. If it does, it's insubordination. Even if you're right. If it's on a ship, it's mutiny. And it got to be extreme circumstances. We sit here and we discuss Biden's fucking mental capability, but this man's mental capability, really? I think it's worse. I rather for an old nigga that kind of got dementia than a motherfucker that's just like Trump. Because as a businessman, you would know that it is better to create a deal, discuss a deal, and speak not from a part of advantage, but knowing that you had the advantage and you ain't got to use it. What's the point of you telling these people, oh man, we can smash your shit? The United States literally did not understand we don't hold the advantage. We just had more people that liked us. We're not an empire. See, Rome had an advantage because they were an empire. We're not an empire. We're one of 3 superpowers. 3. The other 2 don't like our ass. He literally imposed tariffs on the European countries that was not pushing for the sale of Greenland. I mean, what security do you need in Atlantic unless there's something you ain't telling us about some aliens or some shit? I'm just saying. That's the only reason I think you be worried about Atlantic. There's something down there that's burned. It ain't just oil. Y'all done found some shit. Y'all ain't telling us nothing. you worried about? We got an alien invasion coming soon. They're trying to make some super weapon. They're gonna be in the Atlantic that they can shoot into space. Make it make sense. I'm just saying, man. See, the thing about it is, once again, social media created balls. You want to know why? Because people don't realize social media feeds the ego. The more people that like your comments, the more people that follow you, the more people that pat you on the back. It emboldens people, the good and the bad. Everybody, Bubba Fats from Star Wars said it best. I need a tribe. Everybody wants a tribe. Everybody wants to be a part of the community. Even my ass. Everybody wants to be a part of something. They want to identify and know that they're not alone. See, that was interesting about when I listened to Sif Doctoring. Solitude. They said, do not be afraid of solitude. Solitude can actually be one of the most freeing things in the world. Solitude, not only as in I'm completely by myself in a room. No, sometimes it's okay that I'm the only person that might think that way. Or I might think against the grain. Or I'm amongst a few that thinks against the grain. Everybody wants to be sheep. Nobody wants to be the sheep herder. Even the sheep herders are sheep. Because you think that a man like Anton Daniels grew up thinking the way he thought. Detroit? Come on. It's because that community accepted him. Well, no, he talked shit about blacks because blacks didn't accept him. He probably grew up, he got bullied. He lived in an all-black neighborhood. He wasn't getting the prettiest black girls. Now, the left accepted him. Think about this. If he was a MAGA, would he be in the same room as fine-ass Mika? Fuck no. If he was liberal, I don't even think he'd be fucking with someone that looked like Mika either. But because he's conservative, ooh, I got this Instagram-looking bitch. I can travel with her. I got these hot bitches. Did you not see all the girls that was around those guys? Nick Fuentes and all that. Nick Fuentes, come on, he's half Hispanic. Depending upon 9 out of 10 where he stayed at, he probably was picked on. Whites for being half Hispanic, the Hispanics for him being half white. Waito. Go watch, you know what I'm saying, Blood for Blood. Passandre. Hope I said that right. People want to belong. You know how good it feels for Nick Fuentes to be able to sit here and talk on this same TV screen and thousands of people listen to him. At one point, nobody even cared about him. That's why most of the guys that y'all listen to on these shows, they talk that they're betas. They're betas. Alpha doesn't have to say they're alpha for you to see it. They don't have to over dramatize themselves. They don't have to. No, their presence creates the allure. It makes the allure. You ain't got to. Sometimes the most powerless man is the man that's not talking. People don't understand what real power is. Power is the ability to encourage, innovate, inspire power in others, to create power for others and to empower others. Because you can't give power unless you have power. Do you understand that? Because it's interesting. The question is I ask is who they're empowering. And where's the power that they're bestowing about these people? Like I said, I find it interesting because I always talk about this. I said, I look at Myron and them, and you can tell the level of conversation by who your guest is going to be or what have you, and what y'all talking about. See, when you listen to my podcast, you know, yeah, you at first you might think, oh, we're going to talk about sex, this and that, but then you're kind of thrown off when you hear her talk about the business. We do talk about some sex, but not really much. And then you like, by the end of it, you're like, wait a second, damn, boy, they do a lot to get this money. Damn, they be tested like that? The test costs like that? Oh, shit, okay. Damn, they don't fuck like that outside the porn. Marrying them. They want to sit here and belittle them. They want to sit here and buck up to them. I got all this money. I got this and third. You want to know why they could do that? Because these girls are those who don't make money. They don't make a shitload of money. You want to know why Nick Fuentes said, oh, well, if Miami is the place for OnlyFans? Because he's sitting there, he watches Fresh and Fed. You know why they were all together? To go viral. See, we as the public has the ability to make our stars, to break our stars, to bestow power, because we have the power. Because without us watching, no one cares. And even to the point that they know, you know what's crazy? Even the people that don't like them still have to talk about them because this went viral. That's why they said there's no such thing as bad publicity. Once again, social media gave them balls. Think about that. Social media gave them balls. I think I blessed y'all enough today. So, please hit that QR code and check out the place where the conversation gets saucier. The tits pop out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe and talk about none of it. Then the one and only premium smoke room on Loyal Fans. 4 wonderful podcasts we do enjoy, plus the VIP smoke room. I even do it live on X from time to time, where, you know, my followers as well as my subscribers get to submit questions to the ladies for them to answer. Plus, also check out my Triple X store, where you see my work as I give ladies their work, because big dicks grow in the sticks. That's why they call me Big Country. I also got a subscription side over on Spotify. Let me make this clear. If you subscribe to Spotify Premium, that does not mean you get to watch my subscription side on Spotify. That just means you don't have to worry about ads. So, with that being said, I have a subscription side of the podcast on Spotify with 2 podcasts we do enjoy. Had the Smoke on it, where I discuss and give my unpopular opinion. I go more in depth on certain topics. You know what I'm saying? Like just over here, I might discuss the shit with Green. I might discuss more about the mega church preacher culture and so forth. It's going to be unapologetic. It's going to be probably unpopular, and it's going to be my opinion. There you go. And then the other podcast is Savage Smoke, where I give where me and the industry's top male talented producers give you that real smoke about the industry from a male perspective, that savage smoke. So you got Premium Smoke, where right now you can get your first month for 75% off. That's $6.25 for your first month off just to check it out. You feel me? and also follow so you can be a part of the at the beginning of the month drawing where a lucky follower gets 3 months for free. Just trying to make y'all feel good for being a follower as well. As back to what I said, and if you need that premium smoke, or if you had the smoke on it, or you want to have a smoke, please subscribe to Smoke. If you subscribe to both, it's less than what the hell you paying for Netflix. So there you go. And it's great banter, tits on one side, and on the other side, you know, just more great banter. So we also do not forget, like I said, right now the AVN is going on. I don't know when the voting will end. Please continue to vote for STO, the Smokers Lounge, to be the winner of this year's AVN. And thank you for those who have voted. Thank you for everyone who's been rocking with me for these past 5 years. I love y'all. I love my smokers. You feel me? Thank you, because y'all got me through some hard times, good times, bad times, many times. You feel me? So with that being said, you know, we in these things all day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over.